I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, a coach who helps people professionally in a variety of different ways. And someone asked me about job search during the current crisis. Now, I'm recording this in 2020. We're all holed up in our homes trying to ride out the stay in place orders that we're all living under right now. But this is true in any crisis situation. I was in New York during 9/11, 2001, when the World Trade Center was struck, and the country, and New York in particular, suffered through a particular period of trauma that was incredible. This is, in our current time, is going to have an even more profound effect because this is a national in scope crisis versus the one that was really primarily localized to the New York area and extended out into the suburban areas around New York. No matter, there are very simple things to remember. Number one is initially, no one wants to hear from you about a job. And if you start talking about, hey, I'm looking for a job, when people are going through the shock and the trauma of the immediate event, you will lose friendships, you will lose relationships, you will accomplish nothing of a positive nature. What you need to do is become sensitive pretty quickly to when there's a subtle shift. Now, up until this point, from the initial trauma to this subtle shift, let's say there's a 2-week period, just for the sake of argument. And what you can do during that period of time is reconnect with your network or connect with your network. And the conversation goes like this. Hi, how are you? I was thinking about you. How are you doing? How are you riding through this? How's your family? And you want to keep this as casual and as natural with as many people as possible. Just because you care and you're not trying to ask them for referrals. And you can just simply say, it's been a long time since we'd spoken. And this thing reminded me of the fact that we hadn't spoken in a while. Your name popped into my mind. I just thought I would reach out to you and see how you were. You want to get on a quick Zoom call or want to get on a quick Google Hangout or whatever video service. Let's just get caught up and reconnect. Nothing about work. I want to be clear. Nothing about job hunting. And when you start to detect the shift, you can message back and say, my role here has been placed in jeopardy. And thus you can start telling them about what you're looking for. What you've done is really pique their interest and attention, and then from there following up with something job search related. The third thing to remember is interviews become very precious. And then you have to be prepared to video in the format of the time. In the post 9/11 world, phone interviews really catapulted in importance. And this one is video interviewing. You need to learn, in this case, how to video interview. And if you don't know how to do it well, visit either JobSearchTV.com, which will take you to my YouTube channel, and there's a playlist there about video interviews, or it's video/Skype interviews. At my website, thebiggamehunter.us, there's a playlist there that's tagged related to Skype/video interviews. Start practicing in advance. Learn how to answer predictable interview questions well. Like, I can teach you how to interview. I'm going to charge for it, but it's a great framework for interviewing. You also get additional materials from me, but the idea becomes you need to interview well. And those become the starting point for so much. After that, there's permutations on other things. In a crisis time, there's really very little negotiating you can do. There's clarification you can do. Remember, you're competing with other people during times like this. And when they get to the offer stage, they have the attitude of take it or leave it. And their belief is someone else will take it if you don't. So it has to be gentle negotiations. Again, these are the launch points for this period of time. Beyond that, it's situational. I can't go into that here. Hope you find this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's much more there that can help you that's located in the blog. If you want to schedule a free discovery call, schedule time for coaching, you can schedule time at the website by clicking the button that says schedule. If you have an individual question for me, go to wizio.com/the big game hunter. That's WISIO.com/the big game hunter. Send me your question through that. It's inexpensive. I'll answer in video form. Lastly, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Click the small icon in the lower right or the picture of me in the upper left, and you can watch me on TV. With a Fire TV or a Fire Stick, download the JobSearchTV app on Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 different TV platforms. Download either Zingo TV or Binge Networks TV and watch me there. Have a great day and be great.